Ryan Garcia has done it again. He's found another way to shock the world, this time in a huge upset victory against Devin Haney. And it's not only the fact that Ryan Garcia was able to walk away with a dub, but how he managed to do it. How he managed to pull off one of the greatest upsets the sport of boxing has ever seen. Now, here's the thing. He was able to score 3 knockdowns before the bell rang in the 12th round. And should the fight have been over sooner than that, way sooner than that? Yeah, probably. But with the way the ref was acting, it seemed like he tried his damn hardest to keep Devin Haney in this fight, and that's just not how things worked out. Because I honestly saw Devin Haney on the ground more times than I saw him land a power punch, which just speaks to the way that Devin Haney was acting throughout this fight. Sure, did he seem in control for the most part? Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, Ryan Garcia literally did that thing where he rolled his shoulder over and was fighting Devin Haney with his back turned away from him. And in those rounds, Devin Haney was obviously getting the win. But in the rounds where Ryan Garcia wasn't hiding in a shell, he was getting a knockdown, or at least humiliating Devin Haney. And that's probably most likely the reason he ended up walking away with the win when the decisions rolled out. I mean, if you watched this fight, you knew that Ryan Garcia was winning by decision once the 12th round ended. Even a blind man could tell the way this fight was swinging, just from hearing what was happening, okay? And yet, one of the judges decided to score this fight 112-112. Yeah, talk about boxing not being rigged, but that's a conversation for another day, especially after what happened in the undercard. The fight right before this one. Boxing, refereeing, judging is an absolute joke. But like I said, we're here to talk about Ryan Garcia, because the way his future is looking has never been this bright. I mean, I am so excited to see what Ryan Garcia does next. I mean, he could fight Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is begging for that fight from Ryan Garcia all over Twitter. Does he get his rematch against, Devin Haney, the fight that just happened? I mean, Devin Haney said he was willing to do it. He gave Ryan Garcia an opportunity, so he feels like Ryan Garcia should give that opportunity right back. And Ryan Garcia said he was down, right after the fight. And then last but certainly not least, you've got the potential rematch against Gervonta Davis. And Gervonta Davis did handle his business against Ryan Garcia less than maybe a year ago. But here's the thing. I mean, if Ryan Garcia does that rematch, there ain't going to be no hydration clause. He'll be at his full strength. I think they'll have to fight heavier, even though maybe Gervonta Davis has more cards in his favor. I think that Ryan Garcia has this momentum behind him that, Tank Davis kind of just has to follow behind, right? If they ever do that rematch. There's a lot of ways Ryan Garcia could take this, and I can't wait to see what him and Golden Boy plan to do. But let's get back to the fight here. Now, Ryan Garcia went into this fight with a one game plan in mind. And Devin Haney knew this. And that was, we're going to use the left hook and we're going to beat you with it. This is my power move. I don't care if you call me a one-trick pony. This one trick is damn powerful and it's going to work. And I'm sure you could guess what happened. That left hook absolutely dominated this fight for Ryan Garcia. Now, his right jabs really set up the left hook, and it's not like his right jab is absolutely useless. His right arm did pretty well. It's probably what led to all of those punches landing for Ryan Garcia. So, it's not that he's a one-trick pony, but you can't dodge the left hook, and even if you can, it only really needs to land one time for this fight to absolutely swing in the favor of Ryan Garcia, and that is what happened here. Devin Haney, in his post-fight press conference, in his post-fight interview, talked about how he knew that the left hook is what he had to look out for, and yet in the first round, he kind of just fell asleep. It caught him by surprise, and that first round was all Ryan Garcia. I mean, the way he just flurried off those hits, 30 seconds into the fight, yeah, that really set the tone for what this was going to be. Or at least that's what we thought it was going to do. Because in the middle rounds that followed, Devin Haney would go on to win every single one convincingly. I'm talking 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6. Those all went in Devin Haney's favor. But then the 7th round came around. The 7th round is really what led to Ryan Garcia's win. This was the round he got his first knockout, and it wouldn't slow down. I mean, that knockout took everybody by surprise. Sure, they had seen Ryan Garcia dominate the first, but after seeing what happened in the 7th, everybody's minds were absolutely blown. And, it was kind of over from there. Ryan Garcia was basically playing with his food. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. Devin Haney did not get KO'd this fight. It felt like in every other round that Devin Haney was done for. He's not getting back up. They're calling it here. Nope, I was wrong. Devin Haney lasted all 12 rounds, and after the 7th round, I thought this fight wasn't going to make it the distance, but it did. So shout out to Devin Haney for taking it that far. But enough praise for Devin Haney, okay? He got his ass absolutely handed to him, because in the 10th and 11th round, Ryan Garcia would score 2 more knockdowns that basically ended this fight. It was sealed, done. The only way that Devin Haney was coming back was if he got a knockdown of his own, and with the way Haney fights, I mean, his punches are just like pillows hitting your face, especially if you're a guy like Ryan Garcia. He just tanked them. He tanked them all. And this actually brings me right back to the point I was making earlier, when I discussed Ryan Garcia's unique defensive fighting style. This is the second fight in which he's decided to implement this technique of rolling his shoulder over to a ridiculous degree, tanking punches in his, side body to his back, so that, the other guy would rake off a bunch of hits, and then once he got tired, Ryan Garcia would turn and rail on him, right? But the defensive strategy was kind of unique. People saw it as dumb or stupid, but that's just because it's brand new. However, in the fights that Ryan Garcia has used it, he's 2-0 in it. It might look goofy. It might even sound weird when describing it, but it seems to be working out for Ryan Garcia. So you know what? You just keep doing what you're doing, bud, because you're going out there and you're winning every fight. I don't understand it, okay? And I don't think anyone does. Now, here's the thing. Ryan Garcia, the way he had acted before the fight, it made everyone feel like he had lost his damn mind. And with the way that CTE works and all the punches he's taken to his head throughout his life, there was a real possibility this man was crazy. But apparently, he was playing it up for show. It really brought a ton of new eyes to this fight. So, promotion-wise, he did a hell of a good job. Hell, I barely saw Devin Haney promote this fight. I saw Ryan Garcia all over the timeline. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, it didn't matter. He was all over social media promoting this fight. He did a damn good job. It's the reason I watched. And it's also the reason that so many people were surprised when Ryan Garcia ended up winning in such a dominant fashion. Hell, even after he won this fight, people were still joking about how Ryan Garcia was this crazy, schizophrenic Mexican off of cocaine who just whooped Devin Haney's ass. It was absolutely mind-blowing, okay? The way he had been acting, I lost confidence in Ryan Garcia, and I don't think I will ever do that again, especially after this performance, alright? But anyway, that's about it for this video. All I really wanted to cover was the fight. This is my reaction, like an hour after it? Absolutely mind-blown. I'll catch y'all later. Let me know what boxing video I should do next. Maybe Canelo, he is right around the corner. Like I said, catch y'all later. Much love. Deuces.